Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of my 5D secret garden, where it's just a big secret here. It really is, because it seems like nobody even knows about it. Come on, come help me out here, guys. I mean, like, I know I said I don't care, but I do. I do care. Come watch me. I don't care if you subscribe or not. Just come watch it. But so I'm gonna do a read here. So what I understand is that the divine feminine is supposed to be protecting the divine masculine right now while they're in this transformation phase, because we do have to remember it really wasn't them. They were just under control. We have to keep that in mind. Doesn't mean that, we go back to the way we were. Doesn't mean that. It just means, like, listen, we're going to send you love. We don't want nothing bad to happen. We're going to keep you in our prayers. We're going to do that. That's it. And I think that should be enough. I mean, there ain't going to be, like, no us coming out of nowhere saving them from all that. No. It's not going to happen. So they got to save themselves. So let's see what's going on, both these energies. Who's in it? Let's see what kind of karmic bullshit we have to deal with today. Two of Wands in reverse. Personal goals, inner alignment, fear of unknown, fear of change, playing it safe, lack of planning. So that would be exactly what our divine masculine is doing right now, because they're the ones that are watching us, and they're like hoping that this energy that we have rubs off on them, because they are not like us. It's a completely different energy, the divine feminine compared to the divine masculine. The divine masculine has to learn different lessons, and then one of those lessons is walking away from things that, this, whatever this is, playing it safe, this fear of the unknown. They don't know anything else besides what they're doing right now. They don't know anything. They know they're not happy, though. They know they don't know how to live a happy life, and they know they don't inspire people to live a happy life. I mean, come on, let's be realistic. How could you possibly inspire anybody? Divine masculine, tell me. I'd just like to know. Look what you do. Look how you carry yourself. Just look at everything about you. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. I just want you to look at yourself. Take a look. Look what's around you. It's not pretty. So, but this is what it's supposed to be. They have to get to this point. But now when it gets to the point where we walk away, and that's our lesson we found. Now they have to figure out a way of whatever. Hopefully it didn't get to the point where it's as far to where it's going to be so deep that they got to go to jail, or they got all types of crazy shit they're, connected to. But whatever. It is what it is. Sometimes that might not even be worth it. It just might not be worth it. And that person's we're just going to have to keep going. It's not for everybody, but we got to remember, this is a collective energy, not just our person. It's not just our divine masculine. It's not just our counterpart. It's all of them. Just like all of us I am right now almost. So we're getting there. We're good. We're desirable. We're classy and desirable. It's truth. And we're independent. So we have, of course, a Queen of Swords in reverse. That's an overly emotional, is easily influenced, bitchy, cold-hearted, cruel. It's a witch. Okay, so that's a witch. So basically what this means to me is that there is, around our divine masculine, is this Queen of Swords in reverse, which is that particular energy of probably either her mother, perhaps, under third party, just anything that could carry this energy of being like this witch. So they're being seen for what they are. When you come out as a Queen of Swords in reverse, people can see you're a bitch. Like, there ain't no, or whatever like, they know, like, listen, we know Divine Feminine's good people. Like, what is this? Like, what are you coming for them for? And people see this shit. And they laugh at you, Queen of Swords in reverse. But, like I said, there's always, every reading I do, there's always going to be a Queen of Swords in reverse. Or an Empress in reverse. There's always going to be an Emperor reverse or something along those lines. It's just, until the Divine Masculine clears them, there's only so much we could do. We can't do nothing. We can't physically go there, because then we get, we tried. And then what? We get put in jail. So it's like, can't do nothing. They have to remove this person. Strength in reverse. So weakness, insecurity, low energy. So this is the Divine Masculine energy. We completely took our energy. This could also be this Queen of Swords in reverse energy. We completely took our energy from this situation. Okay, so I'm looking at this as Divine Masculine with, say, whatever doppelganger replacement person who, was suggested to them by, the karmic energies. I'm going to say it's probably like somebody like Blaine Halverson or some weirdo like that is in this Queen of Swords in reverse energy, that was living off Divine Feminine energy. So when we take that energy back, like we call our energy and our power back from these people, what happens is they become strength in reverse, low energy. They know that we don't care no more. It's like that was what made that work. Us. Our energy made that anything. And without our energy, now Divine Masculine knows they're nothing without us. You, Divine Masculine, are nothing without Divine Feminine. But it can't be said about the same for Divine Feminine, because Divine Feminine is something without you. Okay? Would you be better with together? Absolutely. But they'll be fine without you. You will not be fine without our energy. Now that you experienced it and used it for inappropriate manners, you will nothing will ever be the same for you. Anybody who's done that to me, including you, my ex-wife, you, why do you think your marriage is in the shitter now? You think you're gonna hold me in with our daughter? No, you took too much. Now I'll have her come want to be with me. I don't chase, I attract. Remember that. So we got the Devil in reverse now. So, releasing limited beliefs, exploring dark thoughts, detachment, freedom, restoring control, resentment, lack of will. So sometimes I don't know if the Devil in reverse is a good or a bad. I mean, I guess compared to it being, it means that you're releasing these limited beliefs. So, okay, so perhaps that's what it was. But before we took our energy back, you probably had this Queen of Swords in reverse and our masculine with this, instead in this devil energy, doing whatever they were doing, thinking it was, so funny that they were able to take our energy and blah, blah, blah. But once we took the energy back, it was like, now it's like, now they have no strength, no energy, no nothing. They can't step to us. You cannot do nothing to us. Nobody can touch the Divine Feminine energy. Nobody. It's not possible, including the Devil. And that's why there's Devil in reverse here. So this means, okay, they're going to be releasing these limited beliefs. They're detaching. So that means they're going to be detaching from this Queen of Swords in reverse. I already know that they're in isolation from this person. Doesn't mean this person's not in our energy, but this is past energy. So we know that for sure they're in isolation. 100% know that. Good source. Us. So now we have this Devil in reverse. So now we know that probably could be present. They're releasing these negative thoughts, detaching. They know it's the time is up. Okay, they are well aware of it. Because once you see the Divine Feminine not care no more, that's when it's like, damn, now what? and they don't want to chase because they feel like that'll turn the power to us. But see, they don't understand is we don't look at it that way. We're not trying to take the power and do what they did to us. We would just take that and make them a better person by them doing that. We wouldn't take no control of that. I wouldn't say, oh no, I'm in charge. I wouldn't do it. Neither would any other divine feminine, real divine feminine. So to worry about the energy being taken, I don't want your fucking energy. I don't need it. I'm a divine feminine energy. What do I need your bullshit energy for? You understand? You need my energy. You need me. That's what these people gotta understand. You need me. I don't need you. Okay? I don't need your energy. I don't know anything about what you people do. I don't know about these coven bullshits. I don't know how to do any of this nonsense, this devil work, this bullshit. I'm not one of you people. So if that's what you got our divine masculine involved with, that's a shame, because it's like, I mean, I guess whatever. It's their shadow self, right? God, it's like whatever. Like, I guess that's where the divine masculine, their shadow side. And then what happens is they lose so badly that the devil even goes against them. You know what I mean? And so that's when the devil goes in reverse. That means that, releasing. Because remember, a demon is a negative thought or emotion. Mon means moon, which means emotion. D means negative. Demon. So, releasing those negative thoughts is releasing the devil from your life. And once the devil's gone, there's nothing anybody could do. Now we know for sure, okay? So this devil is in reverse now. So this Queen of Swords is not as dangerous as they once were. Now, if this was this Queen of Swords energy and they had devil in the upright, then I would be a little concerned. I would say, all right, this person's like possibly could kill the divine. You know what I mean? They're gonna try to hurt somebody. But this tells me that they're just a coward anyway. So at the end of the day, the devil's no longer there. They're just basically all in their feelings over here, while divine masculine is in low energy and isolation, with the fear of the unknown, fear of change, playing it safe. So they're just hiding. But we still have this devil in reverse, so releasing negative thoughts. So good, it's better than devil in the upright, right? I think that's what the card says. It sounds like it's better. Sometimes I hear people saying it in a bad way, though. So what is all going to come out of this for this Queen of Swords and the reverse that has been, putting our divine masculine in this devil energy now that, they isolated themselves. They're out of the devil in reverse. We got the devil in reverse, meaning they're releasing. They're still playing it, safe. What's going to happen if they continue to play it safe and they don't get this, and they have also the strength in reverse, which means, weakness, insecurity, low energy, self-doubt. So all this is going to lead to is a Ten of Swords. Okay, so painful endings, deep wounds. That's all this was ever going to end. Didn't matter. All the people were doing was delaying the inevitable. Okay, so all you people, I told you for a long time ago, you're going to get a painful ending out of this. No, nobody wanted to listen. They just wanted to keep. What really is, the longer you put it off, the worse you got. You got from maybe, perhaps a minor slap on the wrist karma to now it's like, I can't even help you now. Even if I wanted to. Even if I wanted to and I was sitting there, God says, there's nothing I could do. Nothing. So, unless I want to have that karma, because that's what these people originally wanted for me. Is that was their plan. They had a way that they were pushing all their karma off on me, so that I had to serve it. So it's like, that's why, like, you always have that one person in family that's the black sheep, the one that, like, always going through something. It's always like, it's just always that the worst luck. And it's like, why is it? Like, why? And then, the family makes it like, oh, they're a piece of shit. We don't know what to do. Blah, blah. But it's always like, it's all those people were projecting that onto them. Do you know what I'm saying? Because once that person gets away from them, then it's like, get out of here. You know what I mean? Like, with that bullshit. So Anybody say anything about me, I don't really give a fuck. It's all from projections. And even if any of it was true, which is not, well, I mean, because it was exaggerated more or less, anything, then I would have to be commended, because then you look at me now, it's, wow, look how he really changed. But you know what I mean? They're not looking at it from that point of view. They're just trying to judge me by what they projected on me when I was depressed or at my lowest. That's what they're trying to judge me as. They're trying to make us, Divine Feminine. That's what they're trying. Oh, remember they were like that. It's like, you know, some Divine Feminines might have been, you know, loose, or some might have been on drugs, or some might have drank too much, or, you know, some, you know, we were all going through stuff. We were all going through depression. We all, you know, sold ourselves short. We all, you know, been with people that used us. We all dealt with that. Okay? Because we wanted that love so bad that we were willing to look the other way on certain situations, which was our lesson. That's what we had to learn. Okay, and that's what we learned. We learned our worth now. Now we know, alright, well, everybody wants our energy, so we must be something special. And then we just had to learn to develop it, use it, use it to our advantage, while simultaneously taking it back from any karmic energy that's ever taken it. Because remember, the Divine Feminine energy creates. That's manifesting energy. So they know that we're the magic. Not to mention, I have 4 planets in my 8th house. Let's remember that. So the magic is in me. Us, as Divine Feminine. You know, Divine Feminines are guys. Divine Feminines are girls. I mean, there's, you know, masculine, Divine Masculine girls, Divine Masculine guys. You know, it's just, it's the energy, guys. We both have them. It makes it a little more complicated when the Divine Feminine is a girl and the ones, you know, it makes it, that's, I think, like, upper level type deal. You know, that's like one of those real trickster ones. Or maybe it's just an easier one. I don't know. Maybe it's easier for me because I could do this stuff and I could be hardcore with people. And, you know, it's hard for a girl to do that. So maybe this is at my benefit to have that. The Divine Feminine energy is a hero, like Hulk Hogan or something. That is exactly what a Divine Feminine is. So, I say, exactly what is a Divine Feminine? Empress in the upright. Now, I mean, I couldn't even, like, I mean, I was just talking about this stuff. So, alright, we got the Empress in the upright. That is our energy, of course. We're abundant. We possess all 4 queens of the deck. We could, you know, go from swords to cups, just like that. So, you know, we know what is going on at all times. That's why we're doing this, okay? So somebody told me before, oh, you do tarot, that's not right, that's wrong. I said, what's wrong? I said, I don't use it. I don't misuse it. I use it to remove blockages. I use it to protect myself. So I'm not looking into like somebody else's lives and doing all, you know what I mean? I'm looking into our energy and how to clear these blockages. So now we have it. This is what this is. This is all the challenge. For this Divine Masculine to get to this Empress, this energy, they have to go through a Queen of Swords in reverse. They've already, Devil in reverse means that they've released limiting thoughts, so that's a good thing. But they're still going to have this painful ending, and right now they have low energy. So that's why I stated they are wounded, or they're in bad health, or they're isolating. It's one or the other. They have no energy. They can't do it right now. They can't do what they were doing before. They don't have the energy. Like, they're not going to be able to make these videos and do all that other stuff. They can't do it. You can't make a straight 5D. It's not going to happen because there's no... I'm taking it from both of you. There's no energy there. So how are you going to build with no energy? If I'm not paying attention to it, I don't care. You're not going to be able to build. That's all Divine Feminine. Remember that. Just me, that takes away all your Divine Feminine viewership. People are going to see through it. They're going to see through it and be like, wow, of all the people, who would have done that? Who would have thought it would be Australia? Who would have thought? But that's your karma. Like, because you got to get played. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get played now. It's the truth. I don't care what anybody says. I know exactly what you are. So, I have that upper hand. I know what you are. As your divine feminine, I know what you are. You have no power over us. So, like I've been saying, like full and reverse energy. So this is like a why so serious situation. You know what I mean? That's why I want this DM to get into the regular full energy to where they're like, you know, you could just laugh their way out of this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, things are bad, but who cares? Whatever. I know I'm going to get to this Empress. That's the only way. Keeping that will keep your energy high, and it will also keep you with that motivation to know that you are coming towards something. You would know you would have this motivation to come to this Empress. Now, you don't know if that Empress is going to still be there by the time you get through all this, but at least you know you did everything you could to clear that, and that Empress will see that, and that will benefit you either way. Okay, so even if this Empress isn't there, you still will benefit your life by clearing out Queen of Swords reverse energy, this Fool and reverse energy, this, you know, Ten of Swords, this, you know, lack of strength reverse, you know, this Two of Wands playing it safe. You can, you know, that will be good for you. Now, like I said, it's not a guarantee for the divine masculine that the divine feminine is going to be there, because there are people that want to be with the divine feminine. Okay, there are a lot of people that see that and are like, wow. Now that doesn't mean that we are going to be interested in them or we're going to be in love with them. No, we're not. So that doesn't mean that. So we are still weighing the options. We're not just jumping into things. We don't. Divine feminines don't jump into things. So this divine masculine energy does have time to an extent, you know, before this, you know, something comes along, because we're going to meet somebody, and then when we're there, it's just, you know, and then say we click. Stated before, I'm not going to leave a high-level soulmate behind for a wounded twin flame. Not going to do it. Not doing it. So that's why this person, you know, it has to, if they really want this Empress, they'll go through this, and they'll go through it fast. Especially considering they have the knowledge of this stuff. So that's where it's like, what are you scared of? You already know how to do this. You know how to do the magic. So what's going on here? What are you playing safe now? You still scared of this witch? What are they gonna do? If I could beat them all, then you could beat them. Four of Cups in the upright. Meditation, contemplation, apathy, reevaluation, disconnected. So that would be, you know, exactly what I said, how they are, confirms the isolation of the DM energy away from this Queen of Swords and reverse energy. This is probably what, you know, the isolation got this into this Queen of Swords, because it's not like this person is always like that. You know what I mean? This is what they are on the inside of Queen of Swords. They don't, if they showed this all the time, they wouldn't have nobody would deal with them. You understand? But this is who they really are. They put it on the front. They wear a mask. This wears a mask. So this person just, you know, isolating from them, or not answering their calls, or just saying they don't want to be with them, or whatever it is, just not listening to them, is turning this into a very serious situation because of this Fool and reverse energy, because now it has the person holding back. They're reevaluating. They're disconnected from this Queen of Swords reverse energy. They're releasing negative thoughts with this Devil in reverse. And now we have this, makes sense then. The Queen of Swords, by doing that, shows their true colors. And by them showing them true colors, gets a painful ending with the Ten of Swords, while this Empress is there. So all this is just being created, this lack of, this Strength in reverse, there's Two of Wands in reverse, there's Fool in reverse, Devil in reverse, Four of Cups in the upright, all being done by basically the divine masculine energies that are all in these basic type. It's basically like they're scared. Okay, they're hiding. This is a person, they're probably attacking them, they're threatening them. They don't want to hear that. It's causing them extreme anxiety. So what could possibly happen is this person can come running to this Empress for help, but we are not going to do it, because then this Queen of Swords is going to come following. You understand? This person is not going to go away. This person has to be not even cleared and not even responded to this before this DM comes to us. That DM has to be healed, and this has to be cleared. Okay, this Queen of Swords has to get this painful ending before this DM could go to this Empress. So I mean, I'm going to end it on that note because whatever. We know now that this Queen of Swords is going to get Ten of Swords. Okay, we know that's going to happen. All the DM has to do is, by isolating themselves, not responding, not saying nothing. You don't even have to respond to them. They do not deserve a response. Keep staying the way you are and you'll get better. Keep doing the right thing, DM. We do support you. We do wish you the best. We do pray for you. But we can't help you, okay? So we are here. Remember, we are here in the energy. Empress, we are here. We still know who you are and what you can be. Okay, that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm making these videos. That's why I'm doing it all. So I know you're going to see it. I know it's going to give you the energy to get through this and the motivation to know that you have an Empress here. But I can't do it in a way where it's going to make me look bad. Not make me look bad, but makes me, compromise my self-respect or self-worth. I can't do that. That would be the one thing. But I will know, like you said, I'm a high priestess, Empress. So I will see through the bullshit. So that's why I'm not concerned with it. Not concerned when they come around because I'll know if it's bullshit. I'll know when this Queen of Swords reverse is coming. I'll know everything. I'll be ready for it. You understand? I'll know if this Queen of Swords put them up to it, reverse, put this DM up to it to come see me. I'll know all of that. So it don't make a difference. That's why it's like, all right, I'm expecting the Divine Masculine to do something a little bit crazy coming up, maybe something that is out of character, either by just absolute impulse or being put up to it. I will see it through it either way, though. I'll see through how their response. They're going to pop up on us. That's what's going to happen. The DM will pop up on the DF like nothing happened. And we have to, we have to deal with them accordingly. They have to be handled accordingly. Like, if they're not right and they still have this Queen of Swords somewhere in the mix and this person still didn't get their painful ending, then no way are you going to get near this person because that is a blockage. This blockage needs to be cleared. So that's why I know that this person is not even going to do that because they already know that. They know that they can't fool me. And they also know that by coming towards me now, this person is going to come ruin everything. That person will probably show up and start flipping out and blah, 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 ruin the whole thing. It has to be done in a way where the DM and the DF come together when this Queen of Swords and this Ten of Swords happen. For when this Queen of Swords gets their painful ending, that's when the reunion can happen. So, Queen of Swords reverse, whatever fucking one, you got a painful ending headed your way. Okay? So, have a good day, because I know I will. Alright, brother. See you later.